So, shall we go to episode 2?
Alright, so where do we start off in episode 2?
I don't know, but I have,
I have one just like really just ticks me so off.
Alright, let hit us.
Josie and the Pussycats doing Sugar Sugar, which was originally sung by the Archies.
And we have a shitty hip-hop beat.
We have a shitty hip-hop beat. Okay, probably should give some
Can you,
background.
hand me that?
The song
yellow
Sugar
over
Sugar
there?
by the Archies was from the 1970s, or specifically 1969. Now, in the music video, or some images that I've seen, the Archies is supposed to be Archie, of course, the redhead, Betty, Veronica, Jughead, and Reggie. In this, we have Josie and the Pussycats doing it. Fine. But before they actually sing that song, in the gymnasium, the cheerleaders are doing their routines.
Like the practice routine.
Like a practice routine, and they're twerking.
Yeah, they
Right.
form a double line, the wedge, and in their short shorts, proceed to twerk while Veronica wishes she had a pole to dance on.
It gets worse. While that whole scene is just morbidly bad, the live version is way worse. Way worse.
Because they do this in the cheerleader skirts, which makes the twerking.
Keep going!
Yeah. And it's not like this is all happening in a vacuum. We're getting the parents too. So we get Archie's father, the construction worker. We get, Betty's mother, the newspaper editor. And now we have Josie's mother, who is the mayor and absurdly proud of her daughter. And it...
Ridiculously proud.
Yes.
Which is great because parental support, but no.
You know what the stinging thing is? Growing up, I had an album of like bands that did covers of a kids show song. You had the Ramones doing Spider-Man, and you had someone else doing a Hong Kong Phooey theme. Someone for Gigantor. There was, and one of those was someone doing well, not only the Josie and the Pussycats theme, but Sugar parentheses Honey Honey. And this show fucking raped it!
It's supposed to be such a sweet, innocent song, and they kind of
SUGAR, fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
I actually thought this, because of that, the second episode was way worse than the pilot.
Oh,
In that respect.
now I blame Roxy.
I'm... Too late, man. You have no excuse.
But it makes me feel
You brought
better.
this on yourself.
But it makes me feel better.
Well, too bad.
There is no escape here.
The morbid curiosity has run its course and Colin is dead.
Yeah, so...
I told you our reactions were hilarious.
Oh, man.
I think I was actually silent after that. I think I was, in my mind's eye, I knew I was saving it for now.
I was going, oh fuck, no, please no.
It's once it gets to a certain level of bad, it's just sort of... I actually just sort of get quiet and just watch in fascination. It's like watching a train wreck happening in slow motion. Except the train is teenage angst.
With the twerking!
And it's not just like watching a train wreck, it's like watching an intersection of 5 trains and nobody's coordinated all this. So they're ramming into each other at different angles.
And all the cars are twerking on each other.
Yes.
I'm never gonna fucking let that go. But I can tell I'm offending people who like the show, so I'll say this. It was better than Disney's Descendants version of Be Our Guest.
I think I've wiped that from my mind because I can't remember that now. That was bad.
Do not try. Just take the effort you would have spent trying to remember that and put it towards something else.
Thank you. You're welcome.
that's. I think that's a good idea. All right, so what else do we have for episode 2?
I don't know. The
They're
twerking cheerleaders kind of eclipsed everything else that happened.
I mean, there's
Archie being racked with guilt over the fact that he and Miss Grundy were trying to have a romantic morning on the edge of Sweetwater River when they heard the gunshot, and now Archie's like, we have to tell everyone. You know, we have to come clean. At least tell the sheriff and the principal. And she says, no, don't do that. I could get fired, and we could go to jail.
Honestly, the most surprising part about this was it sort of implied Archie had morals.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, on that subject, do anonymous tips not exist in this universe?
I mean, they all have phones. Can't they just text an anonymous tip to the sheriff someplace?
Yeah!
Or couldn't Miss Grundy claim to have been on the riverbank on her own?
It's like,
Well,
I was there.
I'm a
practicing my
lonely
music.
person. I wanted a little outside time.
Fresh air! You know, it was by the water. Everyone loves the water.
I was hoping nobody would be there at 6 in the morning.
Fucking birds. Birds are nice. Listen to birds. But no. I have to keep
The only
quiet.
thing I can think of is that I was there with my teenage lover.
Yeah, and now that we've seen episode 3, this actually makes it worse, but we'll get to that. And there was also the love triangle BS in episode 2.
I loved just how disconnected that felt from like everything else. It's like, oh yeah, in the middle of all these random mysteries and a moral dilemma, Archie also has this love triangle, which he doesn't even appear to be paying attention to.
And Betty acted like a shitty person this episode. I mean, I don't know like what high school's like nowadays. I imagine this is insulting even to high school girl, because like, what does she do? I mean, okay, she's pissed because Veronica got 7 minutes of heaven with Archie, which in like a game of spin the bottle, a game that, to my knowledge, nobody fucking plays anymore.
Well, except obviously the head cheerleader who includes the house rule, if you don't want him, I'll take him.
What would she have done
and
if
the
it
head
had...
cheerleader is
Probably a
Surely.
birthday.
yeah.
I mean, like, what would she have done if a girl had spun? If she would have had those rules to them as 2, that's cool, but... No, it's not cool, because you're it's... What if they don't want you?
I'd like to make a point of clarification here. That was sort of on the heels of her doing a lot to mess specifically with Betty.
Yeah.
And the fact that they showed up that Veronica and Betty showed up at this party,
Why?
and she took every opportunity she had to mess with
Why
them.
would you go? Okay, they're part of the cheer squad, but seriously, you know this person's rep. You've seen them acting like a prissy psycho hose beast. Why would you go to her house?
And it's not like you see this in like her more revealing moments. She's like this 100% all the time. This is the one instance in which Betty's mother is not wrong about do not hang out with this creepazoid.
Yeah, but no, Betty decides that she's pissed at Veronica, and decides to, basically decides to be Shirley's friend solely to spite Veronica.
I believe the name was Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Who gives a fuck?
We can call her redheaded Cersei for all we care.
Is that basically what?
I mean,
RHC.
I'm sure that if she didn't wear such tight fitted clothing, she could sneak a flask into school and just sip it.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait
well.
a minute. Cheryl, Cersei, Jason, Jamie.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Hashtag mind blown.
Hashtag always pays her debts. The best part is she sort of implied that afterwards too.
Oh my god, yeah, and yeah, man, but Cheryl is still, oh god, like I'm slightly blanking on, but then Cheryl decides to use Betty's missing sister against her, because apparently she's got a missing sister.
I'm not sure if she's missing or in a mental hospital.
I believe mental hospital.
Mental
That's sort of
hospital is
implied.
what they are
Yeah.
going with.
But, in absentia sister.
Yes, and what? Someone else take it. I don't know how
This
to
has
word
been
it.
implied to be a sore subject for Betty, because her mother has basically abandoned all hope for her sister and forced every expectation onto Betty.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Betty sort of comes clean. I believe it was in episode 2 where she claims that while Jason, that would be Cheryl's missing brother,
Now confirmed dead.
now confirmed. What was that at the end of episode 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
That
Let's actually say that.
Oh,
At
yeah,
the end
yeah.
of episode 1, the body of the missing brother turned up on the shore somewhere.
With a
With a
gunshot
gunshot wound.
in his head.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and for episode 2, we find out even more parents. The sheriff's son is Betty's gay best friend.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The gay best friend. Hey, guess what? Here's a game for everyone at home. Drink every time the scene reminds you that he's gay, because he talks about fashion and boys and everything, and it's like
And oh my gosh, Cheryl, where'd you get your shoes? They're super cute.
And this was right after she had walked in insulting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the people who complained that the gay best friend in the Killing Joke movie was bad, I submit to your approval. Moose was Moose, right?
It was Moose.
It was fucking Moose.
Sorry, no, Moose was
oh.
the boy. He was
Okay.
He was
What the
intending
fuck's
to
this
make out
guy's
with
name?
I think his name's Kevin.
It was Kevin, or it's
What?
something like
I
that.
honestly don't remember.
There are a lot of characters, which, I know, we watched Game of Thrones, we can't complain, but we kind of can, there's a whole bunch of fucking pretty white people, and they all kind of start blending together.
except for Archie, who stands out like a sore thumb with red hair and eyebrows.
Yep. Just, oh man, all this bullshit manufactured drama, let's vow to never let a guy come between us again. Oh really? There's 11 episodes left. And even Flash and Arrow can't keep their relationship drama straight for 2 episodes.
Yeah, this is one of those instances of let's vow that no boy will ever come between us again. Join us next week as a boy comes between them again.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Alright, where were we?
One more thing. Okay, this purple prose thing that ends episode 2, it's Jughead's to outsiders, there were 4 people at that table, but really, there were only 3. Why? It's describing Betty, Veronica, and Archie. Why aren't you describing yourself? I don't
Jughead is joining them at this table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
what
sitting there.
Yeah. Do you not have object permanence yet? I mean, you don't stop existing
first
when you
per-
stop looking at yourself.
Oh no, he's trapped in the first person camera.
I guess, shit.
All that exists to him is his hands.
That explains why he can't take off that stupid hat. I'm never gonna drop that until he burns it.
But that's not gonna happen.
Oh,
That
watch.
hat is pretty bad.
Watch episode 8. The hat's gonna be the tragic cause of his death or something.
No, the hat's gonna be the murder weapon.
Well, in fairness, the hat is murdering fashion.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Maybe we need the gay best friend for that.
So have we moved on to episode 3?
Yeah, episode
Oh,
3.
I
I
mean,
mean,
we have to, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can touch on like the cliffhanger where the police come in and Cheryl says, "I'm guilty."
Take
Wait.
me away.
I'm
She like throws out her wrists like, ah.
It's
like
like
she's
Are we
Anastasia.
supposed,
No,
are
wait.
we supposed to look at the like weird pale translucence of your skin?
No, that's the end of the.
We did
episode
forget
2.
one thing from episode 2.
Oh, really?
Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh my
and,
fucking god.
this is like the coroner. And he's
yeah.
got this weird fetishistic thing with death. Come to my table and let me tell you the
morbid details.
You know.
God, yes, morbid details.
You know what he reminded me of, and I'm not surprised if no one knows who I'm talking about because you may not have seen the movie. Dr. Kafka from The Amazing Spider-Man 2, who, like, Electro's jailkeeper, who was like this cartoonish, charming scientist who was like listening to violin music while he's strapping you in the containment unit. I was like, why are you ripping off Amazing Spider-Man 2? Of all the things, that's like ripping off Lady in the Water.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
And of course you have Betty's mother coming in at that point, like she's in the X-Files or something.
Yeah.
And paying Dr. Frankenstein to
Tell her all these details.
to give her the autopsy report before it's released to the police or something. So she can publish it to the world.
So he's fired, right? That's basically what I'm getting, because no one should keep their job if they do that.
As someone who's all caught up with the most recent episodes, I can tell you we don't see him again.
Okay, well,
But
That's
I don't
probably best.
know if he's fired.
Yeah.
yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is, I'm guilty is that, okay, it's 2 episodes in, we know you're not the murderer. Or, if this is a red herring, we know it's not going to be solved right now, so it's shameless sequel baiting, basically.
It was almost like she saw the police. She was in was that biology class or chemistry?
I don't even
Biology.
know.
Whatever.
Yeah,
it
where
doesn't
she's
matter.
like shanking a
With
frog.
the teacher being named
Yeah,
Dr.
that's
right.
Dr. Phylum or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Well,
So
why
she-
did that get... Oh, sorry, keep going.
So she's in this class and she's just sitting down and she sees the principal and a cop walk in and she's like, "What's the most dramatic way I could do this? Take me, I'm guilty."
It's like,
Which
How much attention can I milk out of this situation?
that's basically
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. Goes right back
Jesus.
to the milking of
I
attention.
mean, okay, I guess it's subversive or like spelling out things that high school stereotypes or things that need to stop, but that doesn't make them likable. Episode 3 now, because
Yep. Alright, so where do we start?
Well,
In episode
I do
3.
kind of actually want to start with Dr. Phylum.
oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
they come into the biology class, you see the professor writing on the board. His name's up there, Dr. Phylum. And this is like how you classify species. Is what one of the stages is phylum.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
of course he's the fucking biology teacher. That's
That-
not even a good joke. That's like cringeworthy.
That's like,
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
that's the new Batman villain right there.
That's
Yeah,
like having a chemistry teacher walk in and say, "Hello, I'm a Mr. Carbon."
Or a music teacher named Melody or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All in all, that is still one of the better parts of of this show.